So one of my favorite hobbies to do in the pastime is study the greats, study either great conquerors, great leaders, inspirational people, important figures. I just like studying them and kind of seeing how they think, what they think. And I've noticed that there's a lot of similarities in all of them. Like from Bruce Lee to Alexander the Great, you'd be surprised the similarities from Bruce Lee and how he thought and what he did and Alexander the Great. I mean, two completely different people, completely different time periods, Asian, Greek, it doesn't matter. Like the greats all think alike. They have the same belief system, the same strong belief. They have the hard upbringing, the hard life in the past and being a kid. And it's really interesting. And so I was watching a Netflix documentary on Alexander the Great yesterday at the fire station. And, I've studied Alexander the Great before. I've studied Napoleon. In my opinion, obviously, these great conquerors are not good people. I'm not saying that. They're not good people. They're bad people. But I can admire their strategy, their ambition, their hard work. Like they are great conquerors, just not good people. And so I would say Napoleon, in my opinion, is the greatest conqueror. I mean, you can't tell me he is like the best conqueror, the best military leader. I mean, his feats, what he did, top notch. Like I don't think anyone really top him, not even Alexander the Great. You look at Napoleon, when he came to power, no one has ever done that before. I mean, France was in the middle of a civil war, but on top of that, the entirety of Europe was attacking France. And Napoleon was able to beat everybody. So that's the first thing. But Alexander the Great, go back to him. So I watched this documentary on him, and I know who that is. I know his feats and stuff, but I'm still learning a lot of new stuff. Two, I would think Hannibal is another great leader people don't know about. Like that dude quite literally single-handedly marched from Spain all the way up through the Alps to Rome and almost defeated the Roman Empire by himself. Like no help, by himself. Quite literally one of his feats, I think, the Battle of Cannae. I mean, this dude Hannibal was able, I forget the number specifically, but like Hannibal had like an army of like 30,000, and he demolished, completely killed the Roman army of like 80 or 100,000 men. Completely demolished them, severely outnumbered. Just sheer battle tactics alone, he was able to destroy the Roman Empire's army, one that was literally like a 5-to-1 scenario, and destroyed them. And so, yeah, and he's a great conqueror too. But back to Alexander, I know I keep going off, but there's a point for all this, and that the belief system, that's thing. Yet again, with Alexander the Great, I'm just now realizing, and I've heard this before, but in the documentary I was watching, Alexander the Great actually believed that he was the son of Zeus, that he was the son of a god. I think he actually believed this. His mother would tell him all the time that, oh yeah, I got with this god. Like, yeah, no, like you're the son of Zeus, the son of Zeus. Like his mother would keep telling him that his dad was not his real dad, that she had an affair with a god, and that like you, Alexander, are literally the son of a god, and that all the stuff you want to do, you're destined for greatness. And Alexander actually believed this. And when I saw that, I was like, oh crap, like that makes a lot of sense. Like Alexander is one of the most important conqueror out there, and definitely in terms of like feats and ambition, definitely the best. I would say, I feel like in terms of strategy, I would say Napoleon. In terms of just being a great leader, Alexander the Great. Like we still talk about him, it was thousands of years ago. Very influential person, incredible, and conquered the entire known world in his 20s, 20s, while people are just scrolling TikTok, working at Burger King. This dude conquered the world, literally. Didn't lose a single battle, led his whole army in the front all the time. He never fought in the back. He was always in the front, in the action, leading. Incredible. His empire that he went on campaign himself, he led, he made the strategies, he actually gave the orders. His empire stretched from Greece and that area all the way up to India, and he marched the army himself all the way up to India. I mean, incredible leader. And the reason why is because he actually believed that he was literally the son of a god. And that makes so much sense. That's why he took so much risk. That's why he took so much sacrifice. That's why he fought in the front, is because he really believed, like, oh, I literally am a god. Like, this is for me. All this stuff, this is mine. I can conquer all because this is mine. And having that belief system, what quite literally made him the man he was and will always be. All the greats have an insane belief system that they believe that they're destined for greatness, that they believe that the life they want in their mind is going to happen, that's for them. It's meant to be. They all believe that. Bruce Lee, another example, like, he believed that he knew that he was going to be the first Oriental world superstar. And in that time, Oriental superstar was not a thing, but he knew that. He believed that strongly. And that was his destiny, that he was destined for that. So belief in your destiny is powerful. To believe that you have a purpose is so strong. Just the belief that you have a purpose makes your purpose come true. I think we all have a purpose, but I think we all have a purpose if you believe it. Because obviously people that just drifters, don't really care about stuff, that you just scroll on TikTok, that work at McDonald's, like, obviously I think they can have a purpose, but they don't believe it, so they don't do it. But I think ultimately, like, with God's design, I think we all have a purpose if you're a believer. If you're born again, and if you actually believe it. And all the greats are a perfect testament to that very fact. I mean, all of them to believe that. Yet again, that's why Alexander the Great conquered so much. That's why he wanted so much. That's why he was so ambitious, because he knew it was for him. He knew, I'm literally the son of a god. Yeah, I'm gonna conquer everything. I'm gonna go to India. I'm gonna conquer the world. Yeah, like, I'm gonna conquer the Persian Empire and defeat him easily. Yeah, because this is like, I'm a son of a god. Like, of course, that's what I do. That's who I am. Like, that was his identity. He was the first leader that led the armies in the front. He quite literally, like you see in movies, he was on his horse in the front of the army, in the battle, in the front of the fight. No leader ever did that before his time, because they knew that's dumb. That's how you die. And Alexander had many battle scars, many battle injuries, because he fought in the front, because he actually was killing people and actually fighting. But he never died. And it's so funny, like, because of that belief, if I'm a god, I'm going to lead in front. I'm going to lead my men correctly and show them how it's done. And in turn, that boosted the men's morale to see our emperor, our leader, is in the front fighting. Let's go. Like, we see him, we just killed somebody. Let's go. Like, that leads your men. That's leading by example. And because of that, it led his army to greatness. It led his men. Like, he was a true leader. He worked very hard. He was very ambitious. It's very impressive feats. Like I said, the only guy in his 20s doing this. That yet again, he had many times where he almost died, but he didn't. And because of that, that only added to the legend. That only added that this dude was battle scarred because he really was in the fight. That he made the strategies himself. He really was a tactician. He knew there's so many times I could talk about, but that was the other thing. He was a genius when it came to leadership, when it came to military strategy. Like, that the generals would advise him not to do his plans. Like, sir, that's too dangerous. He took a lot of risk. He was very bold. He's very bold. He took a lot of risk. A lot of the strategies were just too high risk. Like, sir, if we do what you're saying, Alexander, we could lose like that. He said, no, we're going to do it anyway. And he would be right and end up winning and destroying the enemy. You got to think, a lot of his battles, he was outnumbered every time. He was fighting the Persian Empire, the greatest empire the world ever known at the time, and he beat them himself, beat them, just the Greek armies, I mean, so a lot of his battles, he was outnumbered every time. So he was able to just crush them because of his sheer genius. But yet again, that all stemmed back to his belief. It all stemmed back to, he believed he was the son of a god. He believed that the world was his. That it was his destiny to be great, to conquer. And that's why he became the man he was, and that's why we still talk about him. That's why he was so important and influential. So your belief system is everything. Like, yes, life can be hard. Yes, you can fail. Failure is part of the plan. Like, you're going to fail if that's how you learn. That's how you get better. That's how you appreciate stuff. Like, that's not a bad thing to fail. Failure is a part of the process. It's how you learn. And that's ultimately, that's how you learn. You don't really learn through success. You learn when you fail. That's the time when you take notes. That's the time when you process, why did you mess up? And you get better because of that. So failure makes you better. So don't be discouraged by that. But your belief system, that you have a purpose. The fact that if you believe in a purpose that you have, that the life that you want in your head, that is yours, that you are destined for that. If you believe that, you will take the risk. You will try hard. You will sacrifice. You will learn. You will stop scrolling. That alone will power you for greatness. And it's funny that all the greats you can think of and look up, all of them have the same belief system, that they are destined for greatness, that the belief in your destiny is powerful. It is. So, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more stuff like this or learn a lot, I have a self-improvement course down below where I teach you guys and have a lot of good videos and stuff on how to live the life you've always lived and to chase after dreams. If you want to learn that stuff, I have a $20 course down below on that. And without the way, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And peace. I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.